Hello and welcome, finally, to the first episode of my first series on Total War Rome Remastered. It's been a long time coming. If you haven't been following what's been happening, the game constantly crashed for me. Turns out it was my GPU at fault. GPU has been sent back to the manufacturer and I'm using a replacement GPU for the moment. Now the game runs completely fine. If you want more information, you're welcome to check out the community post or the announcement on my Discord channel. Now, before we get into the campaign, I want to quickly show a couple of things that I have set up, I guess, or options that I've changed. I'm using the unit color scheme realistic rather than the vibrant one from the original, which is probably most apparent on the faction that I'll be playing, which is Parthia. The good old pink pajama wearing people. Their pajamas aren't as pink anymore as they were in the original game. I'm also using the campaign map vibrancy at 100%. I quite like it. I know some people don't. Sorry, I do. Okay, there you go. That's it. That's my explanation. And also, I'm setting the unit skill to ultra, not extreme. The game, or even my reduced 1070 can run it. My 2080 definitely can. And, you know, 60 FPS, no problem. But the game isn't really made for extreme. So I've purposely set it to ultra because, especially in town battles, because basically from ultra to extreme you double the unit size, and if you have double the units in a town battle, like, the pathfinding is an absolute nightmare. It already was in the original game, and now it's just, yeah, it's not great. So ultra is basically what huge was on the original game. So these four are the standard unit sizes, and then they've added extreme, but it's mostly meant for fun. I mean, it literally says experimental. Like, I wouldn't play with it in campaign, but I'm sure some people will. And the rest is all just maxed out. Nothing special there. So, Imperial campaign. I will be playing, as I said, as Parthia. I actually had quite a lot of thoughts about whom I wanted to play as. Originally, I did say I was going to play as Julii when I did my stream, and I made a thumbnail and everything for it, but then I figured everyone and their dog plays as Julii, so why don't I play something a little bit different, and Parthia is definitely something a little bit different. I know Monsters Abound actually played them as well, but even so, I wanted to play as them too. I actually considered Pontus, because that's the last campaign I played on regular Rome, which I never finished, so I was thinking, you know, I could do redeeming that by playing as the people of Pontus, but I thought about Armenia too, but I ended up on Parthia. They're apparently very hard, but I think we'll be okay. So these are all the usual settings. Of course, there's no legendaries for playing very hard, very hard. And of course, there's all the remastered settings. Now, I went over these for the most part in my stream. So if you really want more detail about this, I talk about them there. And also, you can... there's lots of people who actually made videos explaining all the stuff, because there has been some... There are some new things since I did my stream. So there are a couple of changes here. But I'm hovering over all of them right now, so if you're willing to, you know, you can pause the video and just read them all or watch someone else's video talking about them specifically. I don't want to go over all of them right now, because it'll be another 10 minutes or so. But there you go. So I've got them all enabled. Yeah, there you go. Good. Now, I'm glad we're on the same page. Let's start the campaign. I'm unfortunately not allowed to show you guys the cutscene yet, because there's some unfinished art and audio. I think the one for Parthia is actually done. But they've said just don't show any, just so, you know, we don't have some people showing the wrong thing and other people, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Herp, derp. So, Parthia. We start off with 3 towns. As per usual, my first episode, I'm going to warn you guys, it's going to be a little bit slow. It is what it is. I'm not a particularly fast player anyway, but the first episode always has a lot of explaining and just going over stuff. So, if you don't like that, get fuck right off. Fuck off, alright? Are you fucking gone? Good. Alright, all of you guys are still here. Let's fucking race this shit. No, I'm joking. Anyway, so we have 3 towns. We start off up here with Campus Sake, which is a very inconvenient town to have in terms of, you know, access to our other 2 towns, which are down here. Arasakia, which is our capital, and Susa. However, the game very kindly offers us a ship immediately, which we can place our army upon and send it down south if we were so inclined. We, of course, can take it and go to war with the Scythians, who are right here. But I think I'm not going to. I think what I'm going to do is try and just get an alliance with them, leech some money off of them, and just let them be for now, because fighting the Scythians is a nightmare, because they've got tons of horse archers. We do as well, actually, but it'll just be an absolute nightmare to face that. And also, I feel like we should just focus on a couple of things at once and not everything. I'm not the most experienced Rome player. Like, you know, I'm a fairly experienced Total War player, but Rome is a different beast altogether. So I don't want to, you know, go too crazy. Anyway, so yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the army that's in here. I'll go over the actual armies and stuff in a minute. I'm taking all the horse archers and the general, leave the peasants behind, put them on the boat, and send them down south to help out against Armenia, who are over here. I think they've got a town like right here and around here somewhere. There's also a town on the way, a rebel town, which we're going to go and capture, no problem. And then down here, we're going to be fighting the Seleucids. So, generally, what is like the Middle East in Rome Total War is known as an absolute fuckfest, essentially. And the person who gets, or the faction that gets fucked the most is the Seleucids. So essentially, we want a piece of that. We want to fuck them up as well. We want to enjoy the fucking. So we're going to be going after the Seleucids as well. There's, I think one of their main towns, Seleucia, is like right here or something, which we'll try and grab on like turn 2 or turn 3, depending on if our spy can open the gate for us, which would be convenient. There is an army in there, as we'll see in a minute. I actually did play this earlier, just as a kind of... I wanted to get myself acquainted with the faction a little bit, so I played a couple of turns. But, yeah, we'll try and get that as soon as possible. We'll try and get this down over here, and then we'll send most of our army down south. So, what do we have in terms of armies? I haven't looked at that yet. So let's start at our capital, actually. So this is where our faction leader is, Seleucia, who is a 60-year-old man. Honestly, almost every single faction leader in this game is 60 years old. I don't know why they did that, but there's like a couple Roman ones that aren't, and I think there might be one or two others that aren't, but most of them are 60, and then the heir is always 40, and in this case it's the same. So anyway, Ars, is a 60-year-old man who is actually fairly decent, as most faction leaders are at the start. I'm going to just, again, I'm going to slowly go over all of the stats and, like, you know, all the... I want to get acquainted, and I want you guys to get acquainted too, so strap in. Anyway, so he's our faction leader, so he gets +2 influence, +1 command, and +3 to personal security. Every faction leader gets that. We got +2 command from good commander, +1 command from command talent. We get devout, +1 influence. The skilled bureaucrat, so he gets +2 management, +2 to law. He's stern, +1 management, 100% chance increase the cost of bribe, or 100% increase, not chance. Although I'm pretty sure since he's the faction leader, can't get bribed anyway, but I'm not entirely sure. And then Night Fighter, so he can lead night battles, and he gets a +1 command when fighting at night. I believe in these old games, the command only increases your auto-resolve, like, chance, or not chance, but like it makes the auto-resolve slightly easier or something like that. I can't remember exactly. It's mostly just, it looks cool having a high command, but maybe it gives you more morale or something, I don't even know. And then, yeah, the stats are there. So he's actually fairly just all-round, but again, he's 60 years old. We're just going to send him into battle, and if he dies, then our heir will just take over. Speaking of our heir, he's over here. He is not quite as good. He's a faction heir, so +1 influence, +2 to personal security. He has +2 command from natural born leader, +1 influence from devout. He's a bureaucrat, so he gets a slightly worse version of the other one, +1 management, +1 to law. And an expert cavalry commander, +2 command when commanding cavalry. He's also got the follower, +1 command when attacking, which I didn't talk about with this fella. He has the food taster, which has +1 to personal security as well, which I'm going to be giving to his son immediately, because again, 60 years old, he might not live very long. We then have 2 more sons as well. Our youngest son, Frautes, is a skilled bureaucrat. This guy's pretty good at management. He has +2 management, +2 to law. He's intelligent, +2 influence, +2 command, +2 management, and +1 command when commanding cavalry from skilled cavalry commander, as well as a merchant, or a 10% bonus on all trade income. I think this is only in the town where he's at, though, as far as I know. I'm pretty sure this is just like, you put him in a town which has trade and then increases trade by 10%. Not entirely sure. And then the second son is Bababigna, who is religious, +2 influence, bureaucrat, +1 management, +1 to law, and he has a very good follower, the priest of Zoroastra, which gives +1 influence, +1 command, and +1 management. So he's actually, that is just like a really good item that we're probably going to pass to our heir at some point. But for the moment, it's all good. The stats, less interesting than just all of this stuff, but I just wanted to get acquainted. You guys have already been able to see the armies as well. So the army in the south in Susa, 4 horse archers, 2 slingers, and of course the general. Up here we have 2 cataphracts, which is great. One of our best units that we're going to get. We do get some elephants as well, which I guess are technically better, but Cataphract's pretty damn good. We get 2 of them. We don't get to recruit any of them for a long time, or retrain these guys for a very long time, so we don't really want to throw them into battle all willy-nilly. We need to be careful. Armenia actually get 1 of them as well, so we got to be careful that we don't get absolutely ruined by that one. And then 3 horse archers, and then up in the north, as we already saw, we have... oh wait, I didn't actually... We have 2 slingers in here as well. And then up in the north, we have another bunch of horse archers and a unit of peasants. And of course, our 1 Byreme, which is going to go right there. So, now, as I said, I've already kind of talked about the plan of attack. So we're going to be going west with our spy here. It's going to jump into Seleucia. Now, we can already see this actually has quite a large garrison, but on the time that I played this before, they just moved out. So they immediately, like most of them, immediately left, like all of this, and then they recruited a new Pell test, which is probably going to be the same, but we'll see. Currently, he has a 100% chance of succeeding on everything. I think this might still be a bug. Like, this was a thing for a little bit, and obviously I haven't played for a while because the game kept crashing for me. Yeah, I don't know if he actually has a 100% chance of success, but he succeeded that time. And we now, I guess, have a chance of opening the gate, which is 40% chance. Cool. So we're going to send our army over and then hope they fuck off again, and we'll go ahead and take that. If we take Seleucia, we also get the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which give a 20% bonus to farming income in all settlements. This is one of the world wonders. If you've never played Rome Total War, this is actually kind of new to you as well, I suppose. But yeah. I've also, of course, I've enabled merchants, so I don't have any yet, but we do get, actually, I think I don't. Yeah, I only have a diplomat and a spy. So merchants are a thing now. They were also in Medieval 2, of course, so that you can put them on resources and they get that like value from the resource. You can also put them in like other faction towns, and you get basically trade between your towns and their towns, I think. Something along those lines. I've never really played Medieval too much, so I honestly didn't even know. Alright, so first of all, let's lower the tax rate everywhere. I, of course, want to have more population growth, so lower taxes increases your population growth. It's kind of odd, actually, because it's a new game, but it's a remaster, so there's going to be a lot of people who are like, yeah, we know this shit, move on. But then there's also going to be some people who've never played Rome Total War, so I'm just going to do what I do, and you can just accept it. Right. So we've got our spy in there. We also have a diplomat over here. We can have a look at him, I guess. We haven't really done that yet. So he is diplomatic. He's got +3 influence. How good is our spy? I've not actually looked at him yet. He is pretty good. He's got +2 to agent skill, +2 to line of sight, increase the range at which enemies are spotted, and he's a dancer, +2 to agent, or he has a dancer, sorry, +2 to agent skill. We of course also have this new system of alerts, so you have 3 types of alerts. We've got reports, news, and alerts, and then they all, different things show up in different categories. If you're playing as one of the Roman factions, you have another button, which is for the Senate specifically. Anyway, our diplomat is going to go chat with... Actually, I'm gonna go this way. I need to know. Yeah, there's that town which we're gonna take soon. But yeah, I'm gonna go talk to some people around here. First of all, Armenia, possibly the Scythians if they don't show up at my doorstep. And otherwise, I'll go down here and talk to some other folks. I want to basically get a ton of money for map information, trade, etc. We can just betray them anyway. I just want to get some insta cash and then just move on. Our army in here, as I said, I'm going to take all the cavalry and such and just send them down towards the boat. I could move them a little bit around this way to place some towers, but I don't think it's really worth it right now. The town also is left unhappy, so we need to build something there. We'll get to that in a second. Probably going to have to just build the Shrine of Zoroaster, which is actually a thing. Let's talk about that right now. So, I'm not going to go over all the buildings, we just, again, it's Rome Total War. One main thing that is actually of importance is that we only get level 1 roads, but we do get the Silk Road eventually. So we're going to get more trading income bonus. So, shitty roads, but apparently it's full of silk. And the other major thing is that most factions get multiple choices in terms of their religion. So, what is this? Oh, it actually shows you the icons, that's cool. We only have 1. Which is pretty unique. I don't know if there's any other factions that only get 1, but most of them get 3. And we only have 1. So we are stuck with this, and there's nothing we can do about it. So we get +25 public order bonus due to happiness, and +25% public order bonus due to law. Now, there is a difference. Someone actually... I read this recently. Apparently, it's something to do with, like, law suppresses something. I can't remember exactly, but there is a reason why there is a difference. But either way, it doesn't matter, because we don't have a choice. So, at least it takes all decision-making out of the way, which is good. Right, so yeah, our army went that way. This army here, I'm going to grab all of it. So slingers, for the most part, are not going to be doing anything for us. Like, I'm not going to recruit any slingers. I'm not going to... I guess we can have a quick look at units, I suppose. I'm not going to recruit most of the units we get in terms of infantry. So the best infantry we ever get is hillmen, which are pretty crap. They have 4 morale, 5 melee attack, 9 defense. Like, they're not very good. But what's even worse is Eastern infantry. You have 2 morale, 3 melee attack. They do have higher defense, but that 2 morale, it just means that if someone even points at them, they just fuck off. So we're never going to recruit Eastern infantry, probably, and I'm probably not going to recruit many hillmen either, but I will need some units to push rams in sieges, so I'll probably have some with me. It might be more likely, though, that I bring some ranged units. So we have slingers, who only have a missile range of 80, which isn't great because archers have a missile range of 120. So, and they also, I think, do more damage. So a missile attack of 7, whereas slingers have a missile attack of 4. So that's, yeah, why would I ever recruit them, really? In fact, how money-wise, they're like the same as well. They're 170 upkeep. There's one... Wait, or is this the wrong... Wait, 170, 150, whatever. Either way, archers are better. And then later game we get onagers as well. The main thing that we're going to be recruiting is cavalry, of course. So we have horse archers already well, and that's the first tier at level 2 of town. And then later on we get the Persian cavalry, which are basically better horse archers. They do the same missile attack, but they have actually decent morale, 8 morale, 9 melee attacks, pretty good, 10 defense is alright. Like, they're much better, so they can hold their own in melee. Then later on we get cataphracts and war elephants, and then last we get cataphract camels. So they're basically identical stat-wise to cataphracts, except they're, I think, probably a little bit slower, and they because they're camels and not horses, but they scare horses, so that's the bonus. They have a combat bonus against horses. It doesn't actually say they scare horses, but I'm pretty sure they do. Anyway, so that's basically that in terms of like what we can do recruitment-wise. So infantry is not going to be a thing that I'm going to do or use a lot of. I am going to just send this army straight up this way and be like, yo, what's up? I'm definitely not coming to attack you. Please feel free to fuck off. We're leaving Susa completely undefended. Not a huge fan of that. Obviously, it's got walls, so if you even have a single peasant unit in there, the enemy would have to siege me at least a single turn, unless they had a spy in there, of course, to take the town. But I think for the moment, I probably am going to start off recruiting a diplomat. We can't recruit cavalry here. We can here, however, and I think we can even do that up here. But I probably don't want to do much with this place. One thing I do want to do, like I said, I need to build some buildings for happiness. So, actually, we get some happiness from wooden wall as well. I don't remember what the cutoff point is of happiness, but I think it's 75 or it might be 80%, where it's like not going to rebel. What will definitely get me there is the Shrine to Zoroastra, but because that only takes a single turn as well. Anything else doesn't give me any happiness, I think, except for the walls. But I think we're just going to build the Shrine to Zoroaster first, and then we'll just go for traders and stuff. I'm not really going to recruit anything here. I think I might do at some point, just because, you know, I can ferry them down this way pretty easily anyway, just to reinforce. But for the moment, I'm not really too worried about this place. We actually have a palisade already as well, so we don't, like, even if we get attacked, we can keep it for an extra turn. But it's unlikely we'd ever be able to get shit over there to save it. If I lose it, we lose it, you know. Over here, I am going to move the army as well. So let's pop all the boys into the main force. And then we're just going to start running towards Fraspa. One thing I do want to do, like I said, I want the food taster to be in Ardumanish. Or with Ardumanish, who's my factionaire. So, of course, the guy with the most difficult to pronounce name is my factionaire. So you can no longer like drag it over like you used to be able to do. But what you can do now, they've added a whole move follower thing, which is much better. Because now you can move, I'm sure most of you will have seen this already, but if you haven't, you can move any follower into any person via this menu. And it'll basically calculate how long it would take that character or that follower to get to the other general, and they just move by themselves. Like, they won't... like, you don't have to move a general into the same army and then drag it over anymore. You can just move them over. Like, right now, obviously, I'm doing this. I want the food taster on him, so I can do this, and it'll be instant anyway, because they're in the same army. But if they weren't in the same army, like I could have moved, if I want at some point, which I will do, if I want the Priest of Zoroastra in my heir, I can just make this guy's Priest of Zoroastra travel there by himself. Like, you won't see it on the campaign map or anything, but it'll say, like, 3 turns remaining, 2 turns remaining, etc. And then eventually it'll arrive and it'll be in his retinue. Which is really cool. So yeah, that's nice. I'm leaving this place unmanned as well. I'll have to recruit something in here at some point. But I think for the moment we're just going to go with horse archers, because I just want to reinforce this army as much as humanly possible. This army is going to run towards Fraspa. I could move further with the cav. I can't actually reach it right now, but I don't think I really need to. You know what? Yeah, I think I will move further. That way these guys, I can leave one of them behind as a garrison or something as well. Down in Susa, I'm going to recruit, as I said, a diplomat, because I do want another diplomat. I need to recruit stuff here as well, but I can't really recruit any good units. I don't have any cav available here yet. So I could build these stables, but I'm not going to, because I need to build some other stuff first. So, obviously since we're about to take the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, farming will be important. So I do want to focus on farms, but we already have a decent level farm here. So I think we're going to go for the trader instead, which will increase my population growth. Population growth is always good, because it means we make more money. More people means more taxes, essentially. So I'm going to go for the trader here. Do we have the road here yet, actually? I didn't even... yes, we do. We don't have the trade caravan, but we do have regular roads. Yeah, there they are. So, population growth is important. And also, because, of course, with one of the remastered options that you can toggle whether you want to or not, you can make it so that Squalor is capped to a certain amount. So you're not going to have any major problems with Squalor anymore, because it's capped to a certain point. Anyway, so we got that set up. I need to build something here as well. So here we don't have that same level of farm yet, so I'm going to build the farm here, which also increases my population growth, I believe. Yeah, 0.5. And we do have the better trader. Like, we have the trader here already. We need to build a market. So yeah, I'm going to build the farm here, and on the other place I'm going to build a trader. And up here we're already building the temple, so that's going to be all I do. And I'm not going to recruit any units here, because I don't think I need to. I could recruit a diplomat just to make sure I can talk to the Scythians. But I think... I need to think about this, actually. So, diplomat from here is going to go west, probably talk to Egypt, and then maybe go down here, talk to Numidia, Carthage, etc. The guy from here will probably go to Armenia, then Pontus, possibly the Greeks, and then I don't know if I could cross him here. I think I'd need a boat for that, wouldn't I? So he would kind of stuck. I'm not sure. I'm just thinking I could recruit another diplomat just to talk to him and then actually send him towards Dacia, etc., Germany. So I think maybe having another one is not a bad idea, and it definitely guarantees I can talk to the Scythians, which is actually good as well. So you know what? I will recruit. I've talked myself into it. I'll recruit one more diplomat. How about that? All right, cool. So how much are diplomats per turn, actually? That's a good question. $50 per turn, that's not so bad, actually. We can deal with that. I mean, we're already losing money. We're already hemorrhaging money over here. We may as well hemorrhage some more. I guess the final thing I could show you guys is the family tree, which is in here somewhere. There it is. So we are all related to each other. It's basically just our faction leader and his 3 sons, but just so you guys know. These guys are also married already. This guy isn't yet. We also have some sons. We have a 15-year-old... Oh, Arsis, that's a great name. Yeah, we have a 15-year-old who's going to be coming of age pretty soon, so that's nice as well. Right, I think that's it. Let's end the turn. Next turn we'll have some battle. Right, so did they... Yeah, so you can see here they fucked off with 6 of their units. They did recruit a new one of Peltists, but I'm still going to attack them. They could come back and reinforce, but when I played this before, they didn't, so I think we'll be okay. Here we're definitely going to attack that, there's like no question about that. I will wait for my boys to join in though. They haven't got any buildings here yet, so this should be a pretty straightforward, simple battle. You guys are going to hop into the boat, and then we're going to sail down south. I don't know exactly like where I'm going to drop them off yet. I could go all the way down here and then drop them, but I feel like since they're camped, they're going to be pretty fast anyway. So if I drop them here, I can go this way and help out. Our diplomat here is going to start... do some little steps, because see if I just make sure I don't run into the Scythian diplomat accidentally and just miss him or something. Alright, so we got that battle there, and then here I'm going to attack Seleucia. So we're not currently in war, but now we are. That was easy. Did not get the opening of the gate, unfortunately. That's okay. We'll siege them out for a turn. Use our these guys to open the or to use the rams. I mean, I guess next turn we have another 40% chance of succeeding anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Our diplomat's going to see if I can find the... I can't, okay. The Armenians. We found the border, but no character to talk to yet, unfortunately. We also have some events that happened. There were some reports. War! Alright. We have, of course, a little bit of money. We have still got... I guess we could recruit some more units. So I've recruited a unit of Cav here. I'm going to send him to the front rank or front line immediately. No, I don't want to build anything. I could recruit another unit. We have 1114 bucks left. It's not a lot of money. I could also build something here. Getting the farms up is not a bad idea, I think. Roads isn't terrible, but... Port is always good. I've been told that ports is like the most OP thing in the world, but I think I'm actually going to build the farms. Here and here we're still building stuff. I could not build the farms, and then that way next turn I'll be able to build some stuff probably, but it's okay. And then I think what we'll do is actually recruit one more cav unit here as well. And I think that's it. Well, in fact, I have no money left, so that definitely is it. Let's take a town. Mighty General. Alright, so it's super far in our favor. We have 2 Eastern Infantry, 1 Archers. Now, Eastern Infantry, as I said, they are absolutely fucking naff. We're going to do Night Battle too. Why not? We get extra command point to do. They are absolutely naff. The only thing is, of course, we're playing them very hard. So I believe the AI gets like... I think it's like +8 morale or something. So they're actually pretty decent morale, but... It should still be a fairly straightforward battle. The only downside being they have archers, so we can't just sort of skirmish the shit out of them, because they'll just fire back at us, but should be okay.
Now set your minds to the task in hand. Mark your target, strike hard, leave the fallen, go forward with courage!
Okay, sure, sounds good. Alright. So nice and straightforward battle. I think actually I just realized once I take this, I think I'll be able to build the governor's house. I might want to cancel that farm and build the governor's house instead. But that's for later. Right, so we have I just quickly talk about this because the settings that I've got and haven't got on. So one of them that starts off normally on is skirmish mode. So skirmish mode has been improved. That's one of the remastered things that you can actually toggle. You don't have to use it. You can use the shitty skirmishing from Rome 1. Having said that, I don't use skirmishing ever, so I'm still going to have it off altogether. I do have run automatically on, which is again another thing that Rome regular didn't have. You always had to double click, and sometimes it was an absolute nightmare. But Evil 2 had the same problem. But yeah, now you have the thing where it's just regular Rome, so if you just select somewhere, they start running automatically. Or if you want it, you know, like previously, you can have it toggled off as well. And then some other things. These things look fucking disgusting. I don't understand, like... I really love Rome Remastered, I do, but the UI, like generally the UI I enjoy as well. It's just this fucking UI. I don't understand who made this. It looks so childish. I'm sorry if anyone from Pharaoh is watching. The person who made this. I'm sorry, but yeah, they just don't look good. So I have those turned off, and they only show up if I hold the spacebar. And yeah, anyway, just same for all the other stuff. I do have the banners on because it's just it's nostalgic, I guess. Anyway. Let's just divide the army up between the 2 places that I can attack from. I'm not going to be using, or at least I will attempt not to use the cataphracts, because I just don't want to, I don't even want to lose a single one of them, because they're so valuable to me right now. And we should be able to win this without taking any real losses. Right, so we have Eastern Infantry, and then I think, yeah, both the units are just sitting on top of each other right there. So, the main way we're going to be able to do this is by having their units come out of the town and we just like smash them. The problem again being that they actually have an archer unit which will be able to shoot at me, so that's not great. There's not really any good charging position here, so I think what I'll do is I'll just move up a little bit, throw some spears, because of course we have throwing spears on our generals, and just hope that someone follows me out, and then I can charge him in the back and in the front and make him rout him real quick. Like, we're getting shot right now, but since they're so much inside of each other, they probably aren't super effective at actually shooting me right now. Yeah, basically what I want to have happen is one of them follow me. Looks like I've actually got a couple of them to follow me. So I'm going to try and run out. Hopefully they follow me, and then I just charge them from multiple sides. Honestly, if I send the cataphracts in as well, they'll be dead in, like, record time. It looks like even the archers might be... No, the archers are still sitting back. That's okay. Of course, you got that thing where in the square, they are unbreakable. So we need to be careful with that. Ooh, no, I don't like that. Would you mind, please? Alright, they're running back in. So let's see if I can charge them right now. That one. I know I don't... Frontal charge against spear units, not the greatest, but... It's generals, so generals, of course, replenish. Okay, we killed the enemy general. I thought it was my general for a second. Alright, routed both those units. Let's just kill them as fast as humanly possible, because the second they get back in that little square, they don't route anymore. They come back from routing, and they are unbreakable in there. So just kill as much as humanly possible while they're currently routing. Okay, they just... No, they're still routing. Okay. Like, this is slightly painful, but... Anything we can kill is great. I think we might have actually wiped a unit. That unit's come back from routing. Let's just back off again. That's where this is great. So I can just do that. I don't have to press R to make them run like you had to do in the past. They broke again, and then they immediately came back again. Yeah, that's the thing about Rome. That's that main thing where you can't kill units when they're inside the square. So we have to make them come out and then break them before even a single guy is in that square. We just can't do anything anymore. There we go. Now, no one's in there. If we get in here quickly, well, I mean, at the very least, the archers are out here, which is good. So they're going to route pretty quickly, and this unit probably route pretty quickly, and then it's just immediately over. Okay, they've gone. So this unit needs to route before a single unit gets back in here. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. Alright, so all we lost is a couple of general men, which is perfect because they replenish. Those are the only units in the game that replenish by themselves. Whereas regular units, of course, you have to retrain. Generals just replenish, which is really, really nice. So basically, we lost no one, if you look at it that way. Very happy. Oh, what choices. We can gain 1 denarii, or gain 1 denarii, and disperse 10 of the population among settlements as slaves. I'm just going to occupy it, because this place is completely fucked anyway. I don't want to ruin it even further. Right, so we can build the governor's house for $400. I'm actually going to cancel this farm and then build that instead, just so I can get this place developed up a little bit. That leaves us with $275, which means I actually could recruit something. Yeah, I could recruit some peasants. Peasants cost 100 per turn. I would like some peasants to make sure my towns don't disappear from behind my lines, because even a single peasant unit could walk into these towns and just take them, even the walled ones. So I do need a peasant. This one, of course, already has a peasant. Also, yeah, 80% is happy. Well, not happy, but good enough. We're recruiting a unit there. I could recruit a peasant unit here, but I don't think I'm too excited about that. I also... Did I forget to move this guy? Now, this is turn 2. No, I just recruited him. I haven't forgotten anything yet. Right, so where are you going to go? The Egyptians are, like, down here. So I guess, yeah, let's just go that way. I think... Can I put him in the army? I don't know why I would, but just to speed things along, I guess. Yeah, I guess that works. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know exactly where... I think we're just going to go Egypt and then go into Africa. It's not going to be a very fast path, but this guy up here is going to do all the interesting shit over here, and that guy is going to go that way. Speaking of that guy... Oh, I have moved him already as well. Okay, cool. So I remembered him. Right, well, I think that's it. Now the question is, what are they going to do? But I suppose... Oh, God, no, it's not it yet. No, it was it. I already moved them as well. Never mind. I am totally on it today. Right, they didn't come back, but they did do that, which is kind of interesting. Oh, one thing I did forget to do, man, I knew I forgot something, is I could have moved out all the cav pretty far, because I had quite a bit of movement left on them. I could have even moved them quite far as well, so I definitely messed that up. Guess I'll restart. No one. Alright, let's see if I run into the Scythian bro. Doesn't look like it. I don't even know where their town is. I'm pretty sure it's quite close by, but I don't know where exactly. Right. I think... Oh no, I can go for a little bit longer. I don't think I can do another battle. Basically, my first episode is only allowed to be 40 minutes long, just because of how the embargo's worked out. We're on minus 421, unfortunately. I think you're going to go check out... Okay, there's a town. See... Oh, there's an army as well. Okay. I was going to say, I could have just grabbed this town this turn with this army if I had moved them out last turn. But, yeah, win some, you lose some. I'd like a peasant to be in there, but I can't do that. I'm gonna have to leave one unit behind, I think. This way we can still... Oh god, that slows down my army so much. But what I'll do is I'll just move out fully and then just move out again with them. And they'll still be able to reach next turn anyway. Right, and then you can actually just catch up. No, not quite, but that's okay. And then you're going to start running this way too. Right, so before I murder these people, I think it's time to get some money from them. So, is there any reason to talk to anyone specifically? I don't know if it actually matters or not. Like, I mean, this guy's got like 3 influence. This guy's got 5, so I guess he's a better. Does that make a difference? Like, is he a better diplomat now? I don't know if that's actually if I fucked myself by talking to this guy rather than someone else. Their treasury is boundless, as opposed to mine. Right. So, how about I sell you trade rights, map info, and then you give me all of the money in your treasury. Unfortunately, there's no way to type, so I have to just like fucking go absolutely wild on this shit. So that is still generous, okay. Oh, see, I don't want a regular tribute because I'm about to kill him. No, I don't map info. I have to click this to go make go. Actually, I don't have to do that. Sorry. All right, so let's go up to 7 grand. See what we're at that point. I just want to take insta money because if obviously I'm gonna attack him next turn. So it'd be kind of dumb to take money over time and then declare war on him. Balanced. How about that? They will give me 1350 for 5 turns. What does that add up to? 5. That adds up to 6750. Why didn't you just pay me the 7 grand, you son of a bitch? All right, let me just take 6500 then. This is kind of annoying that you have to do it like this, but my finger. All right, 6500. What about that? We accept your offer. Good man. I could have maybe gone a little bit higher, but I don't want to risk it. Not even for a biscuit. Alright, cool. So now you can fucking go this way. Keep going. I guess I could have used them as a... Nah, that's alright. Right, with our newfound income, I'm going to build a couple of buildings, I think. Which building? I do really want to have the stable so I can recruit units here. I think that's kind of important. On the other hand, I don't want to recruit too many units, of course, because the population thing. That's the thing I haven't shown you guys yet. I have been doing it, but I haven't really talked about it specifically. Right, so because one of the main things that the remaster toggles does is it... Sorry, hiccup. It allows you to streamline the way population works when you recruit units across all unit sizes. So no matter what unit size you're playing as, or playing at, the population reduction is always going to be identical. So, a unit of 240 peasants, yeah. The population currently is 37... Wait, let me do this in wherever more round number, maybe. Do I have anything with round numbers? Not really. Oh yeah, fuck. Never mind. Anyway, 240, normally you'd think it would go down to... In the base game, it would go down to 3,541, right? But it doesn't. It goes down to 3,721. Because it takes what the unit size on normal is, and normal is pretty small, and it's streamlined across, you know, every unit size you're playing as. So it doesn't matter what unit size you're playing as; it's always going to be the same. It's always going to be 120 that it takes away, or whatever the fuck it was. 140, 160. No, just 60. Sorry, it just takes away 60 because that's normal unit size. The thing is, though. This isn't just beneficial to you, it's beneficial to the AI, and that's the major thing, is that the AI couldn't handle it when you played on huge unit sizes back in original Rome Total War. So they made it like this so that the AI can kind of handle it better as well. So yeah, I think that's one of the biggest and really good changes in the game. But there you go. Anyway, so building buildings, that's what I was going to do. I was going to recruit some units as well, but just do some buildings. Right, so we haven't even got level 1 roads here yet, so I think that's probably a good idea to get. I want a port here too. Although, I mean, I guess ports are better like on the Mediterranean, right? Where you actually have... Like, this is... If I build a port here, it'll probably be here. And then, I mean, who are we trading with? Ourselves. It's not really that useful. But roads are always good, so we'll do that. Down here, we're going to go for... I go for the stables now. Wooden wall. We have palisade, so I'm not really too concerned about that. Let's go for level 3 farms. Again, we're about to take this turn. In fact, we're going to take this, and then up here we can still build that after all. The trader... No, the land clearance. Yes, okay. So I didn't lose anything. Well, no, yeah, that was last turn that I cancelled it, didn't I? I guess over here I could build some stuff as well. So, we are going to go ahead and build... I'll build the road here as well, I think. And then we'll start land clearance, trader, etc. after that. Actually, the wooden palisade's not a bad idea, just so it doesn't get taken easily by these people. Or this army, which is now going up here. I have to keep track of that, so I might need to recruit a spy at some point, or use my spy to follow that army, because I don't know what they're going to do. Anyway, I can still recruit a unit, I think I will, but I'll hold off until that for next... Or until that for next time. I'll hold off on that until next time. So, for now... I'm going to end this first episode here. We're going to do the Siege of Seleucia next turn. Should be pretty simple. All that's in there is a general and a unit of Pell tests. It's going to be a long battle just because we have to kite the shit out of them, but we should be okay. No problem. And then I think after that we're going to declare war on Parthia, Armenia as well. We're Parthia. Probably shouldn't declare war on Parthia, just an idea. Anyway, oh no, I need to make sure yeah, let's do that now, right now, because I'm going to forget about that for sure. So you're going to go... this way. What's faster? This is probably faster, actually. Go that way. Alright. Cool. Until next time, thank you guys so much for watching the first episode of my first Let's Play on Rome Remastered. Expect many more episodes to come, because of course I'm way behind on the embargo stuff, because the game crashed for me constantly, so I can finally play it now. I'm going to play a lot of it. So expect more videos soon, probably the next episode on Monday. Until then, have a good day, and goodbye.